All right, we up.
We back.
What's up, Troy?
What's up, man?
What's this? This is episode 3?
It's one of them episodes.
It's one of them episodes.
Yeah, we don't know how many we've been in, but it's one of them.
All right, we just spoke to our last podcast. We spoke to Gilmore, Jordan.
Well, I don't want to say our last podcast because we don't know where we're going to put this podcast first. So we don't know if it's our 3rd episode or our 4th episode.
Okay.
So we'll just say it's one of them episodes.
One of them episodes.
Okay.
And we got.
Go ahead.
Okay, we got a good kid in front of us today, man. I call him Gilmore, but his name Jayvon. Jayvon Gilmore. What's up, bro?
What's up, big guy? And thank y'all for having me.
Oh man, no doubt. Jayvon is the quarterback for Ben Lippin. And
no. He's a receiver turned quarterback. He was a receiver first, right?
Right.
Man, we got to get into that, right?
I really want to know what made him go from quarterback to, from receiver to quarterback.
Hey, well, let's start Pop Warner, and we'll get to that.
Okay, believe me, I ain't gonna forget it.
Okay, so you want to get to that right now?
No. Oh, he can go with Pop Warner. I'm gonna come back to that question. Okay. We good?
Hey, so let's start. Let's talk about first time playing sports. Did you play other sports?
I played soccer before I started football.
Yeah. What age was this?
I think I was 4 or 5.
Well,
years old.
Everybody started off on soccer though.
That's true. That's true.
Everybody plays soccer first.
Well, let's talk about the Pop Warner days because that's
so
where I met you.
I was a tight end at the beginning for the Capital City Ravens.
That's right.
Started blocking a little bit, and then I got moved to O-line. And then after O-line, I got moved to D-line. So it didn't start off pretty fast. For the first 3 years was D-line and O-line. Then, my 3rd year of football, started playing a little bit of tight end, a little more running routes, got into the receiver position.
Yeah.
So then after that, it became big. Then Gilmore started becoming the receiver.
Okay.
Had to learn to catch the ball, run the ball. Before I didn't play with glasses. I was blind, so I couldn't catch cold. Cold. So after that, I started wearing sports glasses, started becoming myself, and started becoming the receiver that everybody knew me as.
Okay.
Before then, so then we fast forward a little bit into the 7-on-7 days, and then we became the guy at receiver. Became the role model receiver, the 6'4", 6'3.5" kid that can just run and catch the ball, jump off. You know what I mean? So that fast forward into middle school when I started becoming that dude. So then after that,
so hold on. I'm gonna go back just a little bit.
Right.
Hey, Jayvon, when you speak, okay.
So when you was a little bit everywhere,
right?
So you played like every position on every side of the ball.
And also Pop Warner during those days had weight
requirements, right?
So he always, because him and my son the same age, he always played up. Always.
It's great that you played like every position though, because some kids are like they start at a running back, they go through running back all the way through until a receiver, whatever it may be.
Yes, sir.
And some of the other kids that we talked to, as far as they knew they had it. That's another thing that you said. You didn't realize you had it till you was that guy until about
right
6th grade.
6th grade.
So what was it that clicked that made you realize you was that guy?
It just really took confidence.
Okay.
Just to keep going out there, because the first 4 or 5 years I just didn't have it.
Yeah.
Didn't have it in me. So once you keep getting put in that position, it's like, are you gonna break or are you gonna become something to yourself? And
right.
Once I started to think about it and take my time with it and ask God, is this for me? And starting to put all my all into it. It started becoming something I love to do. So I loved it.
Well, what did you love about it? Playing receiver?
Just football.
I love football. You know where I'm going.
I did. It wasn't my ideal position, but I thought that was the only way I could make it.
Could make it? Right. Okay. Now, so you went from receiver to quarterback. Can I go there now?
When it came to game 8, I was only at 3 receiving touchdowns. Wasn't getting the ball like that.
Now, what school were you at?
I was at Ridgeview High School.
Okay.
Yeah, I was on a B team. We were currently, I believe, 6-2.
What number did you wear back then?
I wore 7 and 9 because number 8.
Quick story. Me and Troy go to the gym together in the morning. So one morning, Troy came to the gym. He was like, I asked him how his son game went. He said, I don't know, man, but it was a big kid at quarterback.
Oh, wow.
Running over. Yeah. And I was like, oh, I know that. I don't know if I said that or not, but I knew who you were talking about. I was like, okay, but maybe I did. But okay, go ahead.
Yeah, I do remember that. Okay, it just clicked when you said you was at Ridgeview in 9th grade. Yeah.
All right, so I wore number 7 and 9, but I stuck to 9 because we was missing so many jerseys.
Yeah.
So we switched. Well, the idea got brought up because one of our backup QBs got hurt in the second game we had. So once he got hurt, we finally decided to find the second QB. So we had a QB in front of us, and one of our coaches, that was our head coach for the B team, his name was Coach Canty. He said, "Hey, Gilmore, I want to see you at quarterback." And when I seen it, I was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to jump the gun because I'm coming close to finally reaching my goal of getting offers, going to college, and doing something big for me and my family. I don't want to interrupt that and for a dream that I've been had, and nobody knew that."
Right.
So threw me in the water and got reps at it a little bit, but I didn't necessarily play it until that 8th game. And then at Blythewood, he threw me in there for 2 drives. And, I mean, it just took off.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody could stop the offense. It was moving like a well-oiled machine. It was just going, and I loved it. I was having more fun at that because I was having a terrible year at receiver.
Yeah.
I was the most depressed I've ever been playing football. Nobody really knew that about myself because I didn't feel like, okay, this year may not go well, but I always have next year and so forth and so forth. So once I truly, started to learn the position and I was like, okay, I like this.
Yeah.
Like this is my dream. Like I've always wanted to play QB.
Okay.
Since I was 8 years old, started playing football. But nobody knew that because I was always that tall mismatch kid.
Right.
When you seen the 5'11" dude and that's only 9 years old against other 9-year-olds, you're gonna go put him at receiver, throw the ball up to him.
That's right.
Nobody thought, okay, what does this kid want to play? Or what would he want to do? You know what I mean? So took off. We won. I believe it was 31-6. I believe we won.
Who y'all was playing?
We were playing Blythewood's B team, Blythewood High B team, and so much positive feedback.
What middle school did you go to?
I went to Summit Parkway Middle.
I think they played them then too. My son 8th grade year.
What school do you middle school? Did you
They went to Blythewood
Middle. Blythewood. Oh yeah,
I'm pretty sure because
Yep.
I know for sure that I remember because I remember seeing you a few times.
Yeah.
Right,
I'll never forget that day you came in and he was like, "Man, I don't know what some big kid was about."
Yeah, because you started the Blythewood B team game. You started at receiver, right?
I started at receiver.
And then the quarterback got hurt or something. They put you ended up playing quarterback,
right?
And they ended up winning.
Yeah, small.
I was like, he's an athlete, man. That's yeah.
And all right. So after that went down, you finished the season. Did you finish the season at quarterback?
No, I didn't finish the season. So the next game at AC Flora, I was begging to play QB. Didn't want to play receiver, and I couldn't because of higher power.
Okay.
He didn't let me play. So I keep my receiver. We're not going to move my quarterback. And Coach Canty had my back saying, "Let's move to QB. Like let's win." We were down. We were losing. And then we finally scored. But I was hoping to get moved to quarterback. So when the next drive, before I got put in at QB, Coach Canty was like, "Next drive, you're gonna go to QB." I said, "Okay, let me just do this first drive. I'm gonna be at QB next." Oh, this is a tough patch. I hate talking about this, but next drive, our QB throws a pick. Now, I tried to tackle the dude, but one of my teammates hit me in my ankle, and it shattered my whole ankle. Couldn't even stand, couldn't walk, and I just pushed back on the field, and they carried me out on the field. Went to the doctor. He said, "You're done." Right before I was going to get moved up for varsity.
Right.
So I was like, I came that close to getting put up to varsity to potentially get offers next season, and now it's gone.
Yeah.
I don't got it. I don't got quarterback. I don't got receiver. I don't got none of that. So I'm out.
Do you realize? I'm gonna just say this because in my story, I got a lot of ups and downs, a lot of roadblocks, whatever you want to call it. But I believe on the end of any roadblock, there's a story or a reason for going through the roadblock that you went through. Right. So 10 years from now, 5 years from now, could be a kid that down on himself because he feel the same way you feel. Right. Or it can be somebody just getting fired from their job and be like, this is the end, this is it. And you be like, you know what, I had this story back in, what that was, ninth grade? Ninth grade, where I shattered my ankle, and it just wasn't, I thought it was just the end.
Yes, sir.
And it's crazy because you're just a sophomore now. Right. So it's your job to make good on that story about that ankle. So I need something good to come from that. Right. It's a reason behind that. So now it's your job to make good on that. No pressure. Because you want to be able to be like, I thought I was down and out. But now look, where I'm at. I done made it here. Prime example. Like, my turning point in my story was my brother passing. Died in a car accident. He was 14, I was 12, right? So with me having to go to the funeral and look at him in the casket, that changed it for me. But not realizing that, what I just told you, like, I have to make good on that. Don't let that be for nothing. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You don't want it to be for nothing. You want it to be a learning lesson for somebody else. And that's what I wanted to put on that.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Yeah. You broke your ankle. All right. So what's your mindset going into the off season?
Going into the off season, I got a million things racing through my head. I'm just now getting off of PT, physical therapy. I'm just now getting back on my feet. And I'm thinking about, do I want to continue playing receiver and be unhappy for the rest of my life? Going into college, going into the NFL was my dream to play receiver. Or should I follow my heart and follow what God had planned for me to play quarterback?
Okay.
Now, mind you, I'm going into my sophomore season. A lot of these boys that have been playing QB has been doing it since 5 years old,
right? 6
years old. So it was like I'm behind in the game. And at first it was just thoughts with me, myself, and God, just talking to Him. And then there's been plenty of times that I just cried because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
So then I told my mom about it. I was like, Mom, I want to do it. I want to play QB. And she asked me, is this what you want to do? And I was like, this is what I want to do. This is my dream.
Yeah.
So she made arrangements, and I met my QB trainer, Coach Ramon. We met in December, and we had our first training session. He was like, God, why didn't you bench switch?
Yeah.
You got a natural arm. You're 6'5", you can throw.
Yeah.
You're a leader. This is for you. So now in the offseason, I'm having sessions with him. I'm dominating. I'm still at Ridgeview High School. Now this is where it gets a little confusing because now there's 3 quarterbacks now.
Right.
There's the freshman, rising freshman, the rising sophomore, and the rising senior. And it's like, who's going to play? Because the rising senior, he's coming off of being a backup. The rising sophomore, he's just now switching. And then the rising freshman, he's coming in from off of the B team season as an 8th grader. So it's a big switch and change. And I was like, I can't stay here.
Yeah.
Because of personal reasons, I cannot stay here. I stay at the school I'm at because I'm not going to thrive here. So I'm working, I'm getting better. And I switched to where I'm the school I'm at now, Ben Lippin High.
Right.
And then I go to camps and get looked at. I got offered. It was like, okay, this is really for me. Like,
who offered you, if you don't mind me asking?
University of Miami, Ohio.
Okay.
Austin Peay University and Sewanee University.
Okay.
And in those moments, I'm now getting looked at by bigger schools, the SEC schools, the ACC schools, Power 5. I'm like, okay, let's do it.
Yeah.
Let's dominate this because everybody's doubting you.
Right.
Like, why is he switching?
Yeah.
Like, that's stupid. You're 6'5", you're a mismatch. Why not take it? I'm like, why be unhappy and be rich?
Right.
When you could be rich and be happy. What I mean? And then to show your mom, like, Mom, this didn't all go in vain. Like, you helped me out with this.
Right.
I want to make you proud by following my dream. You know what I mean? So,
I feel like this is his podcast. I mean, I'm just here just taking it all in,
I'm acting like I don't even know the story.
Man,
Like,
this is good.
so
and shout out to Mama because Mama went in. Mama supported him 100%, and she every step. So you say you receive offers during the camps. So this is before you officially played a game as quarterback.
Right now, no varsity film.
How does that feel? I know that had to feel good.
I mean, it's literally, everybody was like, oh my God, how did that happen? Like, everybody kept telling me you had to have varsity film. But I just did something that you didn't need varsity film from. Just off of me throwing the ball, showing leadership,
right,
going out there, and they love me. And then other schools, like, that's bigger than that, like the Coastals and the UNC Charlottes, then to the South Carolinas, the Baylors, the bigger schools are looking at you as like, okay, like, I can do this, and I can thrive from it. And then from other people saying, okay, you can't do that. You can't get offers. I mean, it's like
it's when something is for you, bro, it's for you.
It's for you.
You and I think you know that because it seems like you are very faith-based. I mean, in tough situations, you got to have faith. If not, you're gonna crumble.
Yes, sir.
So I believe you heading down the right path. the question that I have, so you get offered from different places,
Yes, sir.
right? And your life is about adversity. I mean, it's that, no doubt. So let's say this. We commit to the Miami, Ohio, right?
Right.
And they want to move you back to receiver. What goes through your head?
To be real, honestly, if I commit to Miami, Ohio, and I get there and they're saying, I want you back at receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I wouldn't stay.
Okay.
Because I feel like if you offered me here, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're trying to switch me, I wouldn't necessarily like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But if I'm in a position where I cannot move and I have to do it, then I would do it. But if I can go to my other offer and be like, okay, we want you here at QB, we ain't gonna move, we want to thrive here. I would rather go down a level and be like, I'm gonna dominate here and
Right.
get to my dream because I want to be happy. I will face adversity in what I want to do.
Right.
And how I want to do it in that position. Well, not like how I want to do it, but like follow the directions and get better in that.
Right.
And go to a higher level and play something I don't want to
Right.
play. You know what I mean?
So, and I know coaches can be and recruiters can be manipulative, and it's just a game they play, right?
Yes, sir.
So, my advice to you would be to make sure that anybody that's recruiting you, they're recruiting you for what you want to do.
Right.
Because when me coming out of high school, I played running back and receiver. So, some wanted me to play running back, but I wanted to play receiver.
Right.
So the school that I picked was going to be a school that's going to play me there.
Yes, sir.
And you promised me that. I mean, your word should be enough to get me to where
Yes, sir.
to help me accomplish my goals.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you just asking me that question just showed me like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna dominate at the QB position.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna go anywhere else except it's where that QB position.
And you
is.
shouldn't, right?
Yeah. And right now, all the looks I'm getting and interest and offers I have is at the QB position.
Okay.
Somewhere where people told me I would never thrive in.
And that's another part of your story that I guess is happening to him earlier is the criticism.
Yeah, you're going to have critics everywhere, And one thing that I said about me is that for me, like college was easy, high school was easy, but to make it to the pro level, like you have to put in that extra work. Right. And I could say that I was my own downfall because I didn't put in the extra work that needed to be done to stay there, to be a Hall of Famer, to be an All-Pro. Right. I didn't put the work in it, and I didn't know what it took to put the work in, and didn't know that everybody else in the NFL is just as good as you. Right. So, you know why? Because they work in off season, they study film. In college, we had the conversation that college is, you got high school, you're gonna be better than everybody in high school. Like you the cream of the crop. Yeah. College, you're gonna have some guys that's on the same level you, but you can perform off athletic ability. But the pros is everybody's good. Right. Everybody's fast, everybody's putting in the extra work. That's why you see it, and I said the quarterback position is for me is the hardest position to play in any sport. Yes, you're touching the ball every time. You got to have your mental game got to be on point because you're gonna make a mistake when you touch the ball 60 times a game. Right. It's gonna happen.
Yes, sir.
So you got to make sure that you sharp and you stay in the game. And I tell my kids all the time, you can't let one play just define your whole game. Yes, sir. Or your whole match or whatever it is they doing. Yes, and that's my advice to you. Right. So criticism gonna come, and I know where we heading towards the media.
Kind of, because he's already dealing with it, I think, right?
Yeah.
And I know that was a big thing for you.
Yeah.
Later on in your career,
right?
So he's even younger dealing with that. You seem to be handling it well, though. Like it seems to bounce. I do know you, and it does bounce off of you. And he's just a good kid, solid kid. Every time I'm around him, he's respectful, kind, polite, and that means he comes from a solid base. His mom, and that means a lot to me. And that means he's strong enough to take whatever comes, but not only to take that criticism and then step into the season, and we can get into that because right now you're doing your thing.
Sir.
So how is that? How is the season going so far for you?
Okay, so the season's going great actually. Just at 3-1 against a good team Friday. Fell down 31-14. But we needed that to show us that we're not unbeatable.
Right.
We're still human. And Right now, currently at 10 touchdowns, 800 yards. So doing pretty well.
Okay.
Just for it being my first year.
Right.
You know, I think I'm doing all right. But I want to keep pushing and going because I know I can go further. You know
How does it feel? Do you feel? Do you feel like, oh, this is where? Do you feel? What's the question? Do you feel relaxed and comfortable back there? Is it just a normal? Not normal.
Let's say normal.
Okay.
Does it feel like you're supposed to be in that position, like you where you're supposed to be at right now?
It feels comfortable, but I think the biggest thing for me is not proving everybody wrong and proving myself
Right, I agree.
You know what I mean, and sometimes it is times where it's getting like, okay, I can't do this, or like I can't thrive right now, but I know that's only just negativity and something that I can get through. This negativity is going to come.
It's coming.
Bad things are going to happen. You know, that's an inevitable.
Right.
You can't stop that. So what I can do is just keep going, keep grinding, and it's going to get better and better. You know, right now I feel like I'm doing good. I'm not doing my best.
Right.
You know what I mean, I think doing my best is when I walk in the room and you know my name. I ain't got to say nothing. That's what I want to get to.
Okay.
So I feel like right now I'm not doing my best, even at where I'm at. You know?
So what's going to take you to get to that point?
Is to understand, like, okay, I can go and beat a team 56-0 and not worry and no mistakes. You know what I mean? That's how I know I'm getting to where I want to be. Because I ain't gonna lie, I'm really hard on myself at times.
Okay.
And that can be a great thing and a bad thing. You know what I mean? So just to stay on myself and tell myself, okay, you're not the best yet. You know, you're getting there. It's definitely like things I'm grateful for about myself because it holds me to a higher standard.
Gotcha.
Okay, so right now you're being recruited. Right. Where did you went somewhere Saturday, right?
Clemson University.
Clemson University.
I'm a Carolina dog. I'm went to Carolina.
Oh wow.
So that's why we don't do Clemson.
I got a quick question.
Go ahead. Ask.
Speeds of the game from high school to college to the NFL.
Right.
How does it change?
Like I was saying before, like in high school, like you can be faster than everybody and everything, but when in college you have somebody that's, you know, just as fast. Right. But the pros, I mean, everybody fast.
Everybody's same speed.
Everybody's fast.
The D lineman as fast as a running back.
And listen.
Wow.
So the thing about it, what sets you apart is the extra work. Like what you gonna do in the off season. Right. Like how you take care of your body. Like what you're doing mentally to have you prepare for the season. Right. Study film. Like it's crazy that you can have somebody a quarterback that can line up. I see it all the time. Matter of fact, Aaron Rodgers was on Hard Knocks the other day. And the linebacker act like he was going to blitz. Oh, you're not blitzing. You know why he know that? Because he done studied film so many times. He know exactly what everybody's going to do on that field, including everybody on defense. Yes, so that's what makes people great because there's no way he know that without studying film.
Right.
So that's little things like that will set you apart. And being able to be an all-pro or a Hall of Famer and do those different things. So you have to do the extra, go the extra mile to be great. Yes, but the speeds of the game, you'll see the difference from high school and college, and definitely the pros, because everybody up there rolling, everybody running.
So you went to Clemson. Have you visited other schools?
Okay, so I went to South Carolina spring game.
Okay, all right, you in the right direction.
And, met Coach Darryl Loggins, QB coach, OC, really likes me. You know, ready to see game film, so I'm sending that out to him. And other than that, I got stuff lined up. I got Limestone University coming up this weekend.
Okay.
So, pretty cool, and just reaching out to other schools and reaching out back, so just getting that going.
Go ahead.
So what should he be looking for, or should he just be enjoying this?
Enjoy this moment. Like that's the process. Like, believe me, you do what you got to do on the field, they'll come get you. They'll like I told you, like once one big power school, you know, big Power 5 school, whatever it may be, offer you, then they're gonna be like, who is this kid they just offered down there in Columbia? Like it happens though. So that was how it happened for me. I think I got one offer from Tennessee, right?
Right.
Then it started rolling in, and I could pretty much went anywhere in the country I wanted to go to when it came to schools. Reason being because that one offer, and I was doing what I had to do on the field and making the grades I needed to make in the classroom also. So that's what it all boils down to. Like you get that one offer from a SEC school, they're gonna want to know. They're gonna want to know who's this guy. Yes, sir. Well, we finna offer from next. Let's watch some film on him. Let's see what he's made of.
And it just start rolling in.
It start rolling in.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right. So you're 3-1.
3-1.
3-1. Who do you play this weekend?
We face Portugal.
How are they? How they look?
They're looking okay. I believe they're 2-2 or maybe 3-2.
Where's that at?
I don't know.
You know?
I believe Charleston.
Okay.
Charleston.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So, anything else you want to ask Troy?
Ask away.
Yeah.
I said ask away.
Okay, so just being at the college level, how would you say where to go, how they treat you, how they like?
It's a lot different now. Like, because I talk about NIL, and we talked about it in the other session, is that you can make a decision to go to a school, right? Yes, it could be money or whatever. Now they can pay you to come to a school. Right. And it might not be the school you want to come to, but the check bigger, Right. So they might treat you a certain way up to a point. All right, we want you, so come to school. And then it might be totally different experience than what you expect when you get there, right? Right. So it's your decision. Like, did I make the right decision? All that goes through your head. Because I thought you were about to say something. My first couple of games, I didn't play. I thought I was going to get redshirted. Coming out, All-American, whatever you want to say, one of the top players in the country, All-American, but I didn't play until my fourth game. I thought I was about to get redshirted. So I was like, well, you know what? But once they gave me the opportunity, I said, nobody going to snatch this opportunity from me. That was just my mindset. And I went with it and I ran with it. Before you know it, I'm a top 10 pick in the NFL draft. But it came with up and downs also. But I always say, like, my life is a life of blessings, because this wasn't planned for me. Like, in high school, my goal was to work or go out after high school, go get a job. It wasn't to go to college. I didn't realize I could go to college after my junior year in high school. So I was like, I can go to college. But I was just doing just enough grade-wise just to graduate. It wasn't to go to a D1 school. So when I got to college, it was just get through college, just get a degree and get a job. I didn't realize I can go to the pros until my junior year when I started getting phone calls from agents. I didn't realize I was going to be a top 10 pick till I decided to leave school my junior year and was like, you know what, when I leave here, I'm going to be a top 10 pick. I want to be one of the top receivers taken off the board. So I went to work. Like, I worked my behind off to get to that point. So that's what you have to realize. Like, it's just, this journey is a journey of up and downs. It just depends on how you handle the downs. That's how much better the up's going to feel. You see what I'm saying? So don't worry about how they treat you, because you're going to get some coaches that don't like you. You're going to have some players that don't like you. Yes, sir. It's all you make the decisions on how you feel about it and how you're going to handle it.
So when you get into the NFL, you just got drafted, now you're on a depth chart on a team. Right. So what the competition level, like you with these other receivers, is it all right, we're going to try to make you better, or you was like, okay, so I see these other guys in front of me. I'm the rookie. So how am I going to start over you and show you, like, I'm here for a reason?
See, my situation was a lot different, in which I say that I came in with some good guys. When I got drafted, I was drafted to replace Randy Moss.
Really?
At Minnesota. So that, let alone, was a lot of pressure. Wow. And then to be able to come in and play with guys that, that's been there a while, you young. So I say I came in with a bunch of group of guys, but they weren't the right guys for me. Right. But you don't choose where you drafted at. Right. So if I would have came in with a guy like, I would say Andre Johnson, somebody that's older, that's established and known well for working with younger receivers, that would have been a great situation for me. But I came in with some guys that, they was older and on their way out, as you could say, like Nate Burleson, great guy, who's now one of the top analysts, NFL Network, all this other stuff. Marcus Robinson, which is a Carolina product. Travis Taylor, played in the SEC. So I came in with some guys, but they weren't known for molding young receivers. So I had to figure out a lot of stuff on my own, which didn't work well for me. Because I'm trying to tell you, it was rough trying to find that out, and and the NFL's a business. So with me being a first round draft pick, it wasn't nobody that was going to start over me. Because it's a business. I mean, you done invested all this money into this guy, he gonna play, whether he's ready or not. So that's how you have to look at it, depending on where you drafted at, who you drafted with. So it's a lot of things that has to play out to be able to help you as it. But I want to make sure that you stay focused, keep the want to, right? Keep the reason why you working the way you working. So make sure you keep that. Don't try to jump no step. Don't try to get nowhere quicker than where you're supposed to be, right? So that's meaning we still it's like Meek Mill said, there's levels to it, right? You still got to finish high school. You got to stay healthy. You got to keep making plays. Then I got to get to college to make sure I'm picking the right school for me. Reason why I picked South Carolina, it was close to home, and I knew I was going to play early. Right. So you just have to make sure. And I said, like I'm telling you, man, my life was laid out in a way that a lot of people wouldn't understand how I made it to this point. And sometimes I look back and be like, well, dang, like me going back looking at the podcast, I'm like, this dude done been through some stuff. Like, how he even get here? Yeah. And I'm that dude. So you have to realize that, bruh, just keep working, keep doing what you're doing, and keep taking a step at a time, and enjoy the process. Enjoy it, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I definitely recommend watching at least, watch the whole podcast.
Watch the whole thing.
Yeah, because it's I won't say it make you rethink what you plan on doing, but it will make you think. You know, because my man went through a lot.
Yeah.
I went through a lot. All right, we're going to end this with, what question should we ask?
So we can ask you, you look like you a shoe guy?
Yes, sir. I love shoes.
Okay, give me your top 3 pairs of shoes right now.
3 pairs. Okay, my Jordan 11s.
Love some 11s.
My Yeezy slides.
Yeezy slides. You got some on right now. Okay.
Wear them anything.
Okay.
I definitely say, I think Alexander McQueen's is like one of my best shoes.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, he got those.
I don't know what none of those look like.
The Yeezy slides you got on right now.
Oh, okay.
And the Jordan 11s are the patent leather.
Patent leather Jordans?
Patent leather Jordans,
okay,
yeah.
that's what I mean.
And then Alexander McQueen did like a casual shoe maybe. I mean, but you can wear them with, they got the little thick bottom. They nice shoes. They normally have red or black on the back. They're nice.
That's cool.
They're nice.
What about you?
I'm a Jordan 13 guy. That's my favorite shoe of all time. Then I'm the Jordan 3. I'm a Jordan guy. So you go from the Jordan 3 to the Jordan 11.
Okay. I just need a pair of Adidas now. I don't know what are these called.
The moccasins or what? They
Uggs. Those are Uggs. I think
the Uggs on the back.
Oh, hey dudes.
Hey dudes.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah. I slide them on.
You slide them on, huh?
Hey, but man, this has been good, man.
Yeah, man.
Definitely a pleasure, man.
I'm glad you stopped by. I appreciate Mama Dukes for bringing them on
Thank you.
And man, we can do this again.
Yeah,
I'd love to.
So what we're gonna do? Our plan is to bring you and Jordan back the end of the season. So we'll have both of y'all on at the same time to be able to talk about the ups and downs of the season, what y'all expectations for the off season, and different things. So that'll be something we'll get planning if it's okay with the parents. If they enjoy this process and we did everything right, we'll bring y'all back. Cool.
All right, bro.
That'll work.
Good luck.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes, sir.
All right, no problem.
And I'm gonna make sure I come check you out. I don't know who y'all play up this way.
We play, they play us here. They play us at Ben Lippin this week, so we play home.
Okay, y'all home.
But we also got Cardinal Newman.
I'll be there for that.
Okay.
That's our biggest game this year. So.
All right, well, I might come check you out.
I'll be there.
Okay.
I'll be there.
Well, you have to remind me. Long as my son's not playing on Friday because they move him up and down.
That's my deal too.
Yeah. So
well, I'll be there regardless because
Blue Marvin and me.
Yeah.
Blue Marvin.
We show up for that one.
We know.
Shout out Blue Marvin.
My man.
Hey, bro. Appreciate it, man. Thank you for coming, man. Thank you, Mama.
Appreciate it, Mama.